is KC Sports Network, proudly presented by Emprise Bank.
All right, we are here live at Big 12 Media Days in Vegas. John Kurtz, Derek Young, and joined now by K-State defensive end Brendan Mott. Appreciate you making some time for us here. I feel like we talked to you not that long ago when you were making your announcement to come back. So glad to have you here in person. Are you a Vegas guy? Like, how you feeling about the Vegas vibe here?
It's fun. We got in early this morning. Coach Kleiman's wife made us breakfast burritos for our trip up, and it's been fun since we got here. We put on the uniform, took some pictures. It's fun, and now we're here. So yeah, I'm enjoying it.
First trip to Vegas?
No, I actually came over spring break. Me and my brother, and then a couple old teammates. We came here for a little bit and lost some money, which seems how it goes for everyone. But no, it's fun time.
What's the vibe around this team right now? You guys have obviously some pretty high expectations, picked second in the league, and I think we all know what you can do. But how are you guys feeling, in the walls of that building right now?
Yeah, we're feeling really good. We had a really good spring, winter, and then our summer's going really strong so far. We just had our kind of 4th of July break, which was needed, a little break to kind of reset and stress your body, but we're ready to get back after it and get in the best shape possible and ready for fall camp and then for the season.
Is there any way this off season has been different than was this your fourth or fifth? Yeah.
You lose track.
Yeah. So how is this one maybe even in the tiniest way a little bit different than the prior 4?
Yeah. To go off of that, I would just say that each year our strength staff, our coaches, they learn about stuff that maybe they could improve on the previous year, and then they just make that their goal to make sure that's a priority the next year. So I just say we have so many kids bought in. We have a great leadership council. We have a close team in the locker room. Everyone's good buddies. We get along well. And then with that, those relationships get built, and then you're able to trust your teammates. So when your teammates holding you accountable and pushing you, you know that they're coming from the right spot. And overall, that just makes us a better team.
I know it doesn't matter, but last year, guys, were picked second in the Big 12 this time of year. Didn't go that way. You're picked second again. Do you do anything differently and learn from what happened last year at all?
No, I think it's important, and what our coaches and strength staff preaches, all the preseason stuff that just kind of means you haven't done anything yet, and you can't let the outside noise affect how you come in every day and attack your work. And we know what the guys have. We trust our coaches, and nothing changes. We have the work in front of us, and we attack it every day. And we're just excited to, when the season comes around, be able to show the fans and everyone the work that we put in and what kind of team we got.
Who's standing out right now on the defensive line along with you?
Yeah, we have a defensive line room with a lot of depth, which is awesome. And our coach likes getting fresh guys in for pass rushing and stuff like that. It's great having Uso healthy. He looks really good. And then as far as defensive ends, we have some older guys with wisdom in me and Cody, and then some younger guys like Cheedy, Toby, Travis Bates has been a great addition. Great kid. Jordan Allen, Ryan Davis. We just have a really, really deep room of guys that may not have the most experience, but have a lot of potential, and I think can really help us this season.
What's an example of it? I don't want you to give the name of who it was that you helped here, but just like when you say, hey, we're the guys with experience, what's the last time you caught someone and said, hey, like, do it this way, or like, I know this from experience, so do this? Like, what is a good example of something like that you can pass on to guys?
Yeah, I'd say even just when we're on the field, captain's practice, or if we're doing player-led meetings, it's kind of like, this is something I with this technique, and this is what can help me out. This key, this read, this footwork, this kind of stance when you're doing this. Just those small things that can kind of help you do whatever technique the coach wants you better. And Coach Wyatt has a certain way of how he wants things, and having experience of being under his wing this whole time and able to kind of give guidance to those younger guys on things that he's looking for and how he wants things done, I think helps the younger guys, but it also helps me and Cody and the older guys, because to be able to coach it and teach it means that you really understand what's going on. You really understand the scheme, so it's only helping all of us.
You brought up Travis Bates. For those that don't know much about him, obviously Austin Peay transfer, but what does he bring to the table? What do you see out of him?
Super hardworking kid, great kid, loves to golf. I haven't golfed with him yet, but loves to golf. But no, he looked really good in the spring, and he's looked good this summer. So he's just going to be a great addition to our D-line and our pass rush and our run game and all that. So I'm really excited for people to see what he can do.
You know more than us, but something we're all trying to unwind in our positions is what the offensive line is going to look like, because it's as different as it's been in 3 or 4 years. What can you tell us about how that group's come along since you kind of, at least in the spring, went up against them regular clip?
Yeah, we did lose a lot of great leaders, a lot of guys with experience, Cooper and KT and Duffy and Gilly, but we also have Hadley and Taylor Fortier that have a lot of experience under their belt and are great leaders. And then there's been older offensive linemen kind of pass down things that help them. And I'd say that Hadley and TP have their own way of leading, but they're also incorporating kind of ways that those older guys led to help these young guys. And then you have Easton Kilty, who came in, who's going to be really good for us, a lot of experience. Our offensive line, they might not be experienced, but they're going to be really good, and it's great going up against them because it just makes you better.
Probably aware about, but a lot of the talk and at least fan excitement's around Avery's kind of become a little bit of the face right now. For those excited for him to hopefully be the real deal, is there an example that you've seen in the past year that would signify that he's going to be the real deal?
I mean, Avery has those splash plays, those really athletic plays in every practice, every captain's practice we have, any of that stuff. But I'd just say that Avery's really grown as a leader this past offseason in summer, and not being afraid to speak up to the whole team, the offense and defense, and lead as our quarterbacks in the past, I feel like, have had that role, and he's done great stepping into that role. So to have people trust him as a leader, and then obviously we all know what he can do on the field. I think fans are going to be really excited to watch him play.
All right, so you're tracking one of these two down. You got to try and get the angle. Would you rather be trying to chase down Avery Johnson or Dylan Edwards to get the angle on?
Oh man, see, none of the above. I would say no. Both those guys can scoot. They're quick. So I'm glad that once the season comes around, they won't be guys that I'll have to be chasing down and tackling.
All right, let me throw a third one at you then. Which one would you rather do? Try to chase down one of those guys, or like one-on-one, you got to take a shot from DJ Giddens, like running you over?
Man, DJ, he's built like a tree trunk. He's a strong kid. So I don't know. There's some tough options there.
What's the most excited you've ever seen DJ Giddens get?
That's a great question. He doesn't have too much emotion about him. He's a very neutral guy. I would probably say after the KU game, when all you saw that video, probably in that locker room was the most excited he's been.
Okay.
How is that running back room? Obviously, DJ's the proven guy. He's been the guy for a couple of years now. He brings in Dylan Edwards. Are they embracing it? Is the cohesion really good?
Yeah. We have a running back room with great depth with DJ and Dylan. You got Joe Jackson, who's really good as well. A lot of depth, and they seem to have a really good relationship with each other and seem to get along very well and able to kind of bounce things off of each other and make each other better.
What was the play of spring ball? Like, is there one that stands out that was like a highlight reel play?
I wouldn't say that there was one that stuck out now. Just a lot of good plays, both offensive and defense, that you're like, wow, I hope to see that translate to the season.
You've talked about a few transfers. One that's also coming in as the linebacker, Alec Marenko. How's that one kind of fit for you guys as well?
Yeah, he's looking really good in our conditioning and our competition stations, competition drills. He's going to be a key part of our defense, and add that depth to our linebacker room that feel like most teams need, because depth is key for that position when guys go down, and we need people to step up.
What is the toughest workout that Coach True put you guys through this offseason?
Toughest workout, hands down, is we do cross fields and we do back pedals. And usually that's our like first 2 weeks back. We'll do that once a week, and I think that they have the idea that that's kind of like a walk in the park conditioning thing, but we all can't stand it. It's so hard.
So what's the cross?
You just run to the other side of the field, and then you have to back pedal back.
Okay.
And it just gets your legs so tired, your quads tired, and then lifting wise, I would say our toughest lift is we have RIP leg Friday. So Coach turns that music up on Friday, and you got to get down to business, and we'll do 4x8 squat, and that's after Friday. You're feeling that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'd say those are our toughest workouts.
Yeah. Okay. What's your max squat?
I don't. We don't really. I don't know the last time we've like maxed out
Okay.
squat. It's more just like kind of 3 reps, 5 reps kind of things.
How strange is it to have so many teams on the schedule that you know very little about?
Yeah. It's strange, but it's also exciting to face new opponents, to travel to new places. I'm really excited to go to these stadiums that we've never been to, and playing at home is awesome in front of our fans, but I really enjoy playing away at stadiums with fully packed crowds and fans are yelling at you and saying mean things. I don't know. It just kind of gets me fired up, and I look forward to it.
Wait, hold on. What's the meanest thing you've heard from a fan?
Can't say.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously edited, but
when we're in the bus going into the stadium and people are flipping you off and stuff, it's it's time to lock the gates and get things going.
I've heard a lot of guys kind of list you guys as one of the tougher places to play, at least environment-wise. Is there a game you have circled on the calendar because of that, or a place that you can't wait to get to this year?
I'd probably say a place I can't wait to get to is probably against CU, going to Colorado. Just the hype around that game, the hype around that team. Cool place to play. I already have a bunch of family and friends that are planning to go to that game, so I'd say that one's circled on the calendar that I can't wait to go to.
All right, I'll leave you with this. Like, young guy or guys that we're not talking about enough right now that you think could make a real impact this year?
I think Jordan Riley's a dude.
Not young, but he's new.
Yeah. Young or new. That's fair.
He might be older than you.
Yeah, he's a dude. Good question. It's tough to say, and that's one of the most important things I'd say of having a successful team is when you get deep into that season, the guys that you really didn't expect that do step up. And I think that we do have those guys. I wouldn't say that there's any that are jumping to the top of my mind, but that's what some good teams to championship is, the depth that you have going into the end of the season. And I think that we have guys, and I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I thought of one other thing here, because this is a guy I'm intrigued about that was a late ad, but Taquan Roberson, like what have you seen? I know obviously like hasn't had a chance to really get out there on the field with you yet, but just what kind of a guy is he? What kind of vibe do you get?
No, super good guy. Really good. Just adds more depth to that room. So
yeah.
We seem to have good depth everywhere, which, like I said, is really important come late in the season. So I'm super excited for our team and to get out there in front of the fans.
Brendan, we're glad to have you, man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for having me.
All right, we have to tell you about our friends at Home Field Apparel. There is not any of it here because, we've got to wear these like stuffy threads like we're important people, That's why we got a polo. Derek's not wearing a Kentucky T-shirt, But we would if we could, because our friends at Home Field Apparel bring you the best college gear around. They have 50-plus K-State designs that you can get at homefieldapparel.com. They also have 100-plus other teams if you want to mix it up like DY. Derek, just for fun, do you want to throw out, like, if you could today, what shirt would you have been wearing? Like, what team would you go with?
I'm trying to think of a Big 12 team that's here, went today, that I have. Because I have Colorado and Baylor, but they go tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It is short. I don't know. I don't think I have
right. Today. Oh, Derek would have been wearing K-State today, okay?
Yeah, Cats.
And if you use promo code 3MA24, yes, that's right. Updated now, 3MA24. You can get 15% off your first order at homefieldapparel.com. So make sure you get there and get the best gear around so that you look your best when you get to Bill Snyder Family Stadium.
We appreciate you supporting KC Sports Network by listening to our podcast. You have helped us become the highest-ranked Chiefs podcast network in 2022 and 2023. And don't forget about our daily Substack newsletter, the best written analysis you can find on the Chiefs straight to your inbox every day. kcsn.substack.com.
John Kurtz, Derek Young, Marques Sigle, now with us. Is this your first trip to Vegas? How are you digging the Vegas vibes here?
Definitely my first trip, and just enjoying the moment, just enjoying the scene, just enjoying the experience.
I love the fit that you got. I'm not gonna lie, I think you probably got the best. I don't know what Derek would say. It's probably the best of the group that we brought.
I like the color coordination.
Yeah,
Purple.
got the all purple there. What went into this? Who came up with the all purple?
I went in there and got suited, and I was like one of the last guys. So he was just like, everybody's going gray, everybody's going play. So he was just like, I need somebody to be different. So I was like, I'm always trying to be different. So I was just like, show me what you got. And then he was thinking purple.
Yeah.
And then we just seen it, and I seen this type of purple, and I just like, yeah, that's it.
I dig it. I like it. All right. Well, tell me about the vibe with the team right now. You guys are picked second in the Big 12. Obviously, there's some expectations this year. How do you guys feel within those walls right now?
I feel the sky's the limit, just for our potential that we have. Last year, we had a lot of developing guys. I feel now everybody's about to take that next step. We're more smarter, we're more faster, we're more developed. I feel now we're about to show the Big 12 who we really are.
Is there any players, we'll go with on the defense, that we're probably not talking enough about that'll make a big impact for you guys?
Keenan Garber. I'll say Asa Nuso. Our transfer, Jordan Riley. He's going to be a big help. And Justice James. On the D-line, I say Chidi, Jordan Allen, Ryan Davis, Uso, Damian. And then the guys always, Machine and Hez, they're going to do their thing. And I say Wesley Fair, Kobe McAllister, and Jack Fabbers.
Sounds like everybody on the defense.
Yeah.
You ready? We're ready.
Well, so you bring up Jordan Riley. You're the second person we've heard say that he's going to be a dude. What is it about this coaching staff, whether it's Clanderman or whoever it is, that they've been so good at taking in transfer defensive backs and just plugging you guys right in and getting you ready to go, and you're another in a long line of that? What do you think makes them so good at doing it?
I just feel they look deeper than what other teams do. They look more into the player, how he is, outside the football and inside the football. I feel people just look into football, see what he's like, or outside the football, and they shy away from who he is outside the football and inside, and just how much they dive into film. Just they keep looking at it instead of just quick glance. So they definitely do their research.
Did they mention that to you when they were recruiting you? Hey, we've had a lot of success with transfer DBs coming in?
I wouldn't say they mentioned it, but it's just they threw it out there. Just as a thing, just because I knew Josh Hayes, just because he came from NDSU, I just knew. I looked up to him at NDSU. Just what he did at Kansas State, I feel I could step in and do the same thing.
Yes.
You transferred in and had instant success at Kansas State. What makes it a good fit for you?
I just say the scheme. I feel it coming from NDSU to Kansas State, they pretty much ran the same thing, just a little. They're in the 3-3-5, or we're in the 3-3-5, and they're in the 4-2-5. So it's just I feel it's the same. So it's just I didn't have to change styles just from switching positions.
And any breakout players on the offensive side of the ball that we should know about that has already given you fits in practice, or is just ready to go this season?
I say Keegan Johnson, Dante Cephas, Dylan Edwards, Trey Spivey, Jaden Jackson, and tight ends Garrick Oakley, Will Swanson. I feel those two, all those guys would be huge fits.
First reaction to how Dylan Edwards has kind of transitioned to Manhattan since arriving in the summer?
Fast, quick, elusive.
What if we lined them up and said 40-yard dash, Avery Johnson, Dylan Edwards, who would your money be on there?
I'll probably go Dylan just because of the acceleration.
Yeah.
I feel Avery's top speed is faster, but Dylan's acceleration will get him.
Okay. I feel like I got to just ask this. I've been asking all the defensive guys this. If you had to either chase down or try to get the angle on Avery, Dylan, or take a one-on-one shot from DJ Giddens, which one would you prefer out of that bunch?
I'll probably say take a shot at DJ just because I like the contact.
Okay.
Better you than me.
Well, yeah, what's it feel like getting hit by DJ Giddens?
He's definitely a brick wall. Definitely. practice, you think he'll bounce back, you bounce back every time.
What's the most excited you've ever seen PJ Giddens?
I'll probably say after Kansas. We always talk about it. His knee being turned. We always talk about that now, so I'll say that's the biggest thing.
Okay.
The video game comes out in almost a little under 2 weeks. I get a check out of this a little bit. Is there like a worry that game kind of takes over the locker room a little bit?
I would say it take over the locker room. I feel it's going to be a lot of trash talk. We're going to be playing it, but it wouldn't take over.
Like, have you played the old one, 2014 or whatever?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
To stay on it.
Okay, who's your go-to team? Like, who were you playing
Back then?
with?
Yeah.
Oregon was my favorite team back there. Yeah, Anthony Thomas, all that.
Have you played it today? Did you get to play?
I didn't get to it.
Okay, but you've heard about the rankings. Are you cool with your, I think, 86 rank?
Yeah, I was ranging myself around 85 to 89. Anything between that, I was going to be fine with. I knew it was going to raise during the season.
Yeah. Is there I know I'm not supposed to ask this question, I guess, like games on the schedule you're looking forward to or a road trip that you're looking forward to?
I'll probably say Arizona, Colorado, always Kansas. I'll say those are the big three for me.
Okay. What do you think of the new teams coming into the league? How's that change things up for you?
I wouldn't say change anything. They're great programs. We're great programs. It's just we're going to battle it out.
Okay. Safety positions, take me through how different each safety position is, and then even nickel. Like how much has to change in your brain if you're going from one spot to another back there? Because I think fans look at it and just assume it's probably all close to the same. Right?
For the free safety, my position, you're more playing man. You're not really in the post. You're not really in the deep half. You're mostly lined up on number 2 and you guarding them, or you're in the fit. For the jack, you're mostly over top hill in the run fit, and then strong. It's a mix of all three of them. So you mostly can be in the fit. You can guard number 2, or you can be in the post. So I say those is all the different strong. You're gonna get it all. Free safety, you're gonna see him playing a lot more man, a lot more zone, down low, and jack you always gonna see him mostly back.
I do feel like a lot of people think the safety may be about the strongest on the team, right? So how are you feeling about particularly that position group right now?
I feel it's like I said, sky's the limit. I feel all the guys is trying to take that next step. It's just DJ's going on his 3rd year. I feel last year he felt he could have did more. I felt he could have did more. I feel this year he's going to definitely show everybody what he really is. Kobe McAllister, he did great last year in his role. I feel he's going to take that next step. Adding Jordan Riley, I feel that was a huge part. I feel we developed more depth. I feel last year we had a lot of guys injured or wasn't ready yet, so we had to play more snaps than we need. I feel now we're going to be having our legs under us more. We can rotate, and then we can all be fresh.
This offseason, was there anything if you're deep into a winter workout and it's hard and you're trying to think of something to motivate yourself or push yourself, are there moments from last season that come to your mind, or what motivates you through those moments?
I'll say just all the times that that motivation, just with my drop picks, just knowing that these workouts is helping us for making the game easier. These workouts is just developing us. That adversity that we're facing now is going to be easier for us in the game. So just doing the workouts, thinking about all that.
How much do you hear from your teammates about the drops? Do you hear anything from them?
Oh, yeah. They always before the season, we had a competition who was going to have the most picks. So then they always got on me for dropping them. So definitely got the most hate for it.
Last year you were picked second. It didn't work out that way. Second in the Big 12. You're picked second again. Do you have to do something differently to kind of yield a different result?
I wouldn't say nothing different. I feel it's just me getting more comfortable in the system, more with the speed, change of pace in the games. It's just my IQ's got better, so it's just more developing in myself.
The drops, I hate to keep harping on this, man, but do you have to get on the jugs machine or something, or what do you do to try? Okay.
But I feel it's more in you. You can be in the jugs all day and catch 1,000 of them. And when it comes game time, it can be totally different just with how this game of speed is. So it's just, you got to believe in yourself and just, wow, I was overthinking, I wanted this. Yeah. So it definitely was when it came to me, it came a little too fast. My brain wouldn't slow down. So now just letting it come to me this year.
Who's the best trash talker in the secondary?
Me.
Okay.
Me.
Okay.
Which game do you talk the most in? Or did you talk the most in?
What was the chippiest, back and forth?
Chippiest? I'd probably say the Oklahoma State and Kansas game.
I was going to say Kansas, I assumed. Oklahoma State? It was in Stillwater.
Missouri.
Oh boy, yeah, Missouri, man.
That Missouri game, yeah.
Luther Burden running around.
Because they're probably the ones that chattered the most, right?
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, all right. What do you remember from the Kansas game? Like, take us inside the Kansas game a little bit.
That game was like a movie to me. Just how starting off, we talked about the running backs, just how they have number 4 and number 20, how different they are. 4, he's more elusive. 20's will run through you. And then coming out, we starting off. 20 started in the game. I was expecting 4, and he was just like, when you go to tackle, you got to run through it. So going through that mindset, that first play, I met him in the hole and I was thinking run through him. So I feel that set the pace of the game. And then I feel we shied off. We started slacking a little bit, let them get the best of us. So then during halftime, I brought us all up as a defense, just like we're not playing like ourselves. This second half, we got to start playing like ourselves, and we're going to be winning at the end of the day. And then going out there, having that speech at halftime, and then sealing the game was definitely huge for me.
Okay, all right, I like that. So you view yourself as like the vocal leader of the defense?
Definitely, most definitely.
Yeah.
I'll say me and Machine for sure.
Okay. Who's the biggest trash talker on the offense?
I'll probably say Dylan. I see that.
It doesn't surprise me.
Okay, that makes sense.
Everybody else, they talk here and there, but it's more when they make a play instead of on the regular.
Yeah. Hey, Avery, does Avery do much of that?
Nah, Avery be more focused. He'll catch you where he catch a deep ball. Well, you definitely gonna talk on a deep ball.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, Marques, best of luck this year, man. We really appreciate it, and thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Well, guys, we tell you all the time, we are very lucky that we not only have the supporters that we do, but that we have supporters who are great K-State people, and that is exactly the case with Elenco. If you have home remodeling needs, you need to get in touch with Elenco because these are cats, man. We talk to them. They are awesome guys that love the pod and love K-State. So they've also been a locally owned company since they started in 1986, based out of the Kansas City area, but, man, they can get all over. Manhattan, Emporia, Topeka, Wichita, small towns like Elenco will come and take care of your home improvement needs. They can help you out anywhere. So if you need new windows, you need a bathroom remodel, they specialize in premium window replacements, Kohler Luxstone shower systems, new siding on your home. Elenco is the spot. Go to elencohome.com. That's ALENCO home.com and check out all the services they offer, including free estimates. Give Sam, who's a great cat, great K-Stater, a call at 913-961-2165. He'll get you taken care of and answer any questions you have. Go with Elenco, great local business family, and most importantly, they support EMAW, my friends.
We appreciate you supporting KC Sports Network by listening to our podcast. You have helped us become the highest-ranked Chiefs podcast network in 2022 and 2023. And don't forget about our daily Substack newsletter, the best written analysis you can find on the Chiefs straight to your inbox every day. kcsn.substack.com.
All right, we are back here live from Big 12 Media Days. John Kurtz, Derek Young, now joined by Austin Moore, a.k.a. The Machine. I don't know, which one would you prefer? You prefer Austin Moore or The Machine?
Probably Austin Moore, but it's whatever you
Okay.
Do you still get the Machine?
Yeah, I still do.
Oh,
What was there like a day that originated? Do you remember the actual origin story?
I know the story. I don't know if I can remember the exact day, but it was my true freshman year. It was back when Coach Hazelton was there, and it was almost more of like I don't want to say insult, but it kind of was. Like, he was calling me like a robot because I was so like, I'm a lot less shy than I used to be, I guess, and I was like, wouldn't say anything in meetings, and I was just trying to answer everything as quick as possible, just like really locked in. So he kind of started calling me a robot. Then on the practice field one day, he kind of switched to Machine. I kind of like that a little better than robot.
I was gonna say, I feel like there are worse nicknames, right? I mean, it kind of means that you're a badass, right? Like that's sort of the deal.
Yeah, I guess I could take it like that. He kind of meant it at first, like I didn't have any emotions, but
Okay.
I'll take
Okay.
it like the badass.
in terms of insults, do you guys take it as an insult that even though you were picked second in the Big 12, you had no all Big 12 picks?
I don't know if we necessarily take it as an insult. I think, it means that we have one of the best coaches in the entire country, in my opinion. And we have a great team that plays really well together. And we know that if we take care of business and, we reach our goal of winning the Big 12 championship, that, hopefully we'll have some guys on that list. And the postseason list and rankings is what matters the most.
We had a little bit of a laugh before the camera came on here because you told us that you were actually the oldest player on the team. Now,
Yeah.
go to the other end. Because out of the guys, they kind of make you younger, right? The true freshmen. Are any just so impressive that you're wowed by every single day?
I can't think of a true freshman, I guess I would say, but
Maybe some red shirt.
yeah, I was gonna say like Trey Spivey is someone who I've been really high on ever since he got to the program. I think that dude's a stud, and once he can figure out his role and everything that he's supposed to be doing, I think the sky's the limit for that guy. So I would look for Trey Spivey to have a big year this year and then continue to have a great career.
How's the linebacking core looking right now? How strong do you feel like that unit is?
I feel like we got a really strong unit. We were talking about Alec Marinko just a little bit ago, adding him. He's a really big key. He's a very mature guy and add some of that veteran leadership. That's really big in that room. Desmond Purnell is a stud who doesn't get nearly enough credit throughout people around the league. I think he's going to have another huge year. And then Oscar Romaine has continued to improve and big body that can move really well, and I'm excited for him to get another year.
Out of all of those guys, like who are you tightest with? Who are you most close with on the defense?
I mean, I probably Dez, honestly. Him and I are real close. We push each other back and forth, and I think we've got a really good relationship, and we both just really want to see each other succeed, and just love that dude. He's been around for a while, and I guess I'd have to say this. Yeah.
I'm going to give you the same question I gave Brendan Mott a moment ago, and to be honest, love Brendan. I'm not sure he gave me like a straight-up answer on this. He kind of passed on it.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got to either chase down Avery Johnson to the sideline and try and get the angle, chase down Dylan Edwards to the sideline and try and get the angle, or go one-on-one and get bulldozed by DJ Giddens.
I mean, I'm not known for my great speed, honestly, so I'm going to have to go with the one-on-one against DJ. It's probably going to give me a couple times, but I think my best chance is against DJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How has that running back room came along since Dylan entered the room? I mean, obviously, there's more mouths to feed now.
Yeah.
Are they embracing that competition? Is it going to be something to navigate?
Yeah, I think they're embracing it. I feel like there's no bad blood or anything. So I think they're all pushing each other, and Dylan's definitely added an extra dynamic to that room that I think is going to be really special.
Obviously, he brings speed. Would you say the team speed has really kind of changed overnight in the offense?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've had a lot of fast guys, but just watching him at Catholic practice, he's got like an extra burst that you don't see a lot of guys having. So he's definitely got special speed.
Well, everybody wants to know about Avery. What do we not know about Avery? Like being around him on a day-to-day basis, like what's some insight you can give us on what makes him tick that we don't know about?
I think he's a funny dude. Like I haven't hung around, I guess, with him as much. I didn't last year hang out with him a whole lot as much as I have this year. I got to go to the Royals game with him and sit by him and just talk. And I think he's just a funny dude, and he's a humble guy too. So I really appreciate that about him because he's got all the talent in the world, and a lot of people wouldn't be as humble as he is if they had that. So.
Yeah. What did you think of his first pitch? I was there at that Royals game. So.
Yeah. It was a little outside, hopefully we were going against a lefty because if it was a righty, he would have hit him, but I tried to frame the ball for him. We didn't know who actually was going to pitch it until that day, so I had been practicing my pitches, so my pitch might have been a little better is all I'm saying.
Are you a baseball guy? Like, did you play baseball in high school?
I didn't play in high school. I played until about 8th grade, but then after that, I just kind of did track and football and wrestling.
Okay. Gotcha.
You guys were picked second in the Big 12 last year as well. Didn't work out that way. Picked second again. Is there anything you can learn from last year or something you are garnering from that experience that you guys need to do different this year?
Yeah, one of our big things that we're talking about is just taking it 1 week at a time, not looking too far ahead or just like focusing on the past even. And I feel like if we can truly do that and focus on 1 week at a time, putting our full effort in Monday through Friday, I feel like we're going to have a lot more success than we did last year.
The interesting thing is the video game this year. It kind of brings up. Is there a worry about what happens when that thing comes out?
I don't know. Avery and Mott got to play it a little bit, so I'm jealous I didn't get to play it. So they were kind of telling us like people's overalls. And all that.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll be extra motivation for some guys to try to get their overall.
Wait. Do we know what your overall was? Do you remember?
What did you say?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but I mean, I'm going to say it anyways. I was like, I think I was at 84. That's what they told me.
Okay.
I think Marques was might have been at 86 or maybe even 88. So.
Do we know who's the top player?
I think it might be Marques, honestly. Yeah.
Man, we got to get someone in the 90s, man. Come on,
we didn't have anybody in the 90s, they said. But hopefully they'll adjust the ratings as the season goes.
Yeah.
I did say, and I forgot to submit my picks actually, so you can blame me. But if I thought Marques had a chance to be on the Big 12 team because I think he's one of the more overlooked safeties in
for sure he is. He's also someone who's definitely stepped up just as a leader this year. I've seen him definitely grow, and guys have a ton of respect for him. So I'm excited for him. What a great year.
When you think back to last year, like, has there been something that stuck with you through the off season, or like what motivates you when you're, it's a tough day, winter workout, you got to find something to motivate you? What do you think about?
I think the easiest thing would just be the Iowa State game. Obviously that one, we talked about that quite a bit, and that's something that goes through my mind, like you're saying, just like towards the end of runs and stuff like that. And I don't know if it was necessarily that I was tired or whatever in that game, or our defense was, but that's just definitely a good motivator to push through.
What's the toughest workout that Coach True puts you guys through?
We have this thing called 4 quarters. Try to simulate a game as best as we can. So a couple of us will get like a wristband on, and we'll have a list of plays, about 10 or 12, and we'll have the yard line and everything like that. So if you're one of the guys with the wristbands, you got to be yelling out. So you might have like some back pedals, turning sprints, some like 30-yard sprints, and the whole time, once you get later on in the summer, he'll have crowd noise going on. So you really got to communicate. And once you're not on the field, so it's offense and defense that will take turns. You're on the sideline, you're doing abs the whole time, so no breaks. That's a tough workout.
So Brendan was saying it was like something where you run down and then you have to backpedal the other way.
Yeah, that's the crossfield back pedals.
Yeah,
those are tough too, but I think 4 quarters is the toughest one.
Okay, and then RIP legs Friday.
Yeah, that's Friday. Every Friday we got heavy squats, lunges, all that stuff. So.
Okay, who's the biggest like weight room beast on the team? Like most intimidating guy in the weight room?
Michael Capria, without a doubt. That dude is one of the strongest people I've ever seen in my life. I've seen him bench. I think it was close to 500 pounds. He did it 5 times, just like super fast. He can also squat the entire house. Chidi Obiezor is really strong too. He's a heavy squatter. He doesn't have the same bench as Michael, but I would say those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's something you could tell us about Joe Klanderman that we might not know?
I don't know anything that you don't know. I mean, he's probably the smartest football mind I've ever been around. He's really good about explaining things because he is so smart. Sometimes people that are really smart have a hard time explaining it to guys who aren't as smart, but he does a good job of simplifying stuff and letting us play fast. So he's just incredibly smart.
Couple of guys, I know we've talked a little bit about like younger guys that are standing out to you, but just in general on the team, guys that you are really impressed with right now that you think are going to have big years.
I think Keegan Johnson is going to have a huge year. He's definitely grown as a leader too, and he's embraced his role, embraced the team, and I think he just loves K-State now, and I'm really excited for him. And then Jacob Parrish too, I think, is someone who is going to have another good year. He's definitely grown as well. He's come out of his shell a little bit, kind of like I had to do when I was younger, so I'd just say those 2 guys.
All right. Austin, we appreciate it, man. Best of luck this year.
Appreciate you.